Hello everybody. I am here to help you get started out with your direct drive wheel, getting acclimated, and set up with good force feedback for Forza Horizon 5. So you want to load up the game like I have and go directly into options before you continue. Otherwise you're going to start the game and you're going to have to configure everything. Might as well just do it right now while it's quick and easy. So it brings up your settings tab here. You want to go to controls. You want to change your input mapping. Now, I found your mouse doesn't work, and if you're on direct drive and you're not on a fan attack, you might not have ability to use your funky switches or toggles or buttons right away. So you use the enter on the keyboard, and that brings up this menu. With your mouse, click wheel, and you should have a layout tab here. And if you don't, unplug your keyboard and you will come up with this layout. And you can select a custom wheel profile. Now, if I was to select, I'm going to select profile 2, but you want to select profile 1 for your wheel. And obviously you want to do these custom profiles for every wheel that you have because they have different buttons. But setting up first one, you do it like this. I have combined steering off and combined acceleration brakes off because I have a hybrid system where I don't follow one ecology of gear. Like I don't have a complete Fanatec system or a Thrustmaster system. I have a Thrustmaster converted to USB wheel on a Sim Experience direct drive base with Fanatec V3 pedals and the Thrustmaster shifter. Like my whole setup is just completely hybrid. As long as it's all connected through USB though, we should be good to go. So select these off, then you want to map all your buttons. There'll be different ones that come up with that have like a little like exclamation mark or like a thing. You got to make sure those are mapped. Once you do that, you come out, you escape out, escape again, advanced controls. Now I'm going to give you the tips for how to set up pretty good force feedback in direct drive. First thing you're going to want to do is invert your force feedback. I don't know why we have to invert it, but it allows you to let go of the steering wheel and you can continue to drive straight. You're not wobbling, you don't have oscillation, you gotta, or minimizes the oscillation I should say, and you gotta definitely invert your force feedback. The next thing you want to do is come all the way to steering sensitivity and turn that to 1. This will allow you, when you make changes in directions in your input, the steering sensitivity is going to react as quick as possible. Then you come back up here. This is another tip. This is another pro tip that you might find very useful, is your steering axis dead zone outside. Now the description says the larger this dead zone, the less the steering input will be recognized by the game. So if you're finding that you're turning and it's not reacting enough still, you turn this down a little bit. And I've turned mine down to 96. I find that you won't find you have to do this more than 95 or 90, but generally between 100 and 90 is the sweet spot. For me, I had to lower my steering linearity to 45. The steering linearity, as described, higher values provide more accuracy near full lock, but less accuracy near the center. 50 is a linear mapping, which means it's split between your accuracy when you're turning. I had to turn mine down a little bit to 45 just because I felt like when I was still turning, I just wanted it a little nippier. I wanted it to be more reactive. This is an arcade game. You want to try to get it to feel lifelike, but at the same token too, you want that edge to beat the other races that are on controllers. You know, these guys are just what you're doing with your whole arms, people are doing with their thumbsticks. So I had to. I found the braking was very, very sensitive in this game. A little bit of brake, and I was in skids. So the larger the dead zone, the less the brake will need to be pressed for the car to brake as sharply as possible. I turned it down a little bit to 80. This is something that you're gonna find is, up to your style of braking, but that's something you want to do on the outside dead zone. The inside dead zone, the more the brakes will need to be pressed before the car begins to slow. You can use that too, but I feel like this is in brake travel, not really in brake reaction. These were all default, vibrations default. I have a 13 Newton meter direct drive wheel. I have my strength in the outside of the game set to about 50%. So I'm definitely around 8%, not 8 or 10. And I used the force feedback skill. I dropped mine down to 5. Drop the center spring back down a little bit, the wheel damper a little bit, mechanical a little bit. These are my settings. I find this should be the default. They have it a little bit too neurotic for a direct drive wheel. You have to turn some stuff down. I left the road scales the same, and again the steering sensitivity all the way up. And this is what's good for me. I'm driving with motion. I'm driving with ease. And I'll demonstrate that for you right now. This is probably one of the better Forza Horizons I've played. It is huge. The way they're going about setting adventures and objectives up is pretty unique. I have been really impressed with what's going on. Oh, we got a new Forzathon. Gotta get some of this stuff. We gotta get 26 points for the DeLorean, 46 for the AMDBS. Alright, I gotta go fast and do some stuff. But let me demonstrate anyways.
Welcome back, Esther.
Oh, we got a barn find. Got 2 barn finds.
What do you think?
We'll add that to the
Not
garage
bad
real
return
quick.
for a few rumours in a dusty old barn, eh?
Nice Viper.
And there's the keys.
ACR.
Now off you go and turn some heads.
8-liter V10. That's quite a bit to restore. Let's change to something a little bit. That's a very quick car. Let's change the car to something I like to drive. The Scuderia. The 430 Scuderia. Ferrari. That's the thing, once you find a good car, you gotta really just set everything up for that one car and everything's just to follow. Uh-oh. Steering is off. Controls. Wheel.
Listening to Pulse
real
with
quick. And we'll do this race right here.
So who's signing on for new wet season race events on the festival playlist? I mean, you might as well. We've got rain and rising water levels forecast right across Mexico. But on the plus side, you won't have to think about washing your car for a while. Every rain cloud has a silver lining here at Horizon.
Horizon Bravo Niner! This is Horizon Bravo Niner! Do you read me? Look to the sky! Follow me and keep up!
Romero! Is that you?
Who else? I know just the spot to expand the festival, but the path takes us through the deepest part of the jungle. Do you trust me?
Of course! Wait, why would I not?
Then follow the road! I will guide you from the air. And pray the weather holds. Is it just me, or does that sky look glorious?
So as you can see, we have no problems.
We are slightly too late for this festival, I'm afraid. The name means Place of the Roads of the Gods.
Getting in there and turning. And it's arcadey, you know, it's not
Looks
really
like we've got the Storm God's attention.
like, it doesn't feel like this input lag, but
Rami, are you
it's
sure
not
we should
as,
be heading
I
into
had
this
better
storm?
feeling in Forza Horizon 4, I think.
Clear, my friend. The Maya know that
Force
too
feedback
well.
is
said
pretty
that
good on
giant
this.
stripes lining at the clouds and rain will fall.
It's good enough to get yourself
You
driving
okay up there?
around.
Don't worry, I am still in complete control. Actually, I am not in complete control. You know what? Let's not fly directly into that storm. Horizon Bravo Niner, I'm putting down in the jungle. Phew! Safe touchdown.
Now I have some settings that are on the outside of the
Never better. Any landing
that
you
I
walk
use in
away
my
from
Sim
is a good
Commander.
one. And down
I
next
might
to
save
some
that
kind
for
of
another
water,
video if people
temple.
request for
I'll
it,
send up a flare.
but it's mostly default.
No one's been here in a while. Look,
This has got
even the
9
excavations are
gears,
abandoned.
10
Expedition
gears.
to a lost city.
Wow.
Rediscovered by you, Ramiro Luis Miron, and the Horizon Festival.
Hey,
made
Rami,
it.
I think I'm gonna take a look around.
Alright, thanks for
Find
watching.
somewhere to put the beacon.
Hope this helped
Do
you
not
out.
let
This
me
is how you
interrupt
set
your
it up
Mesoamerican history
for
lesson, my
Direct
friend.
Drive.